isa pang tanong siguro ng maraming viewers natin, no? Bakit nasa New York? Paano nakapunta ng New York? Paano nakapunta ng United States si President Marcos? 'Di ba, isang malaking issue nung campaign. Well, malaki depending on where you stand kasi it can be argued he still won the presidency despite this issue. He does have a standing contempt order from a U.S. court over a case in Hawaii. Sophia, why is he able to safely enter the U.S.? And obviously, he's spending time here. He'll be here for 6 days to attend the UNGA, among other things. And we'll talk about the other things later.
Yeah, pero first things first, no? Important point talaga kung paano siya nakatravel sa US despite the standing contempt order. Because siguro to step back a little bit for some perspective, were Marcos not president, he technically wouldn't be able to step foot into the US, or there would just be a lot of legal impediments. It's a challenge that's unique to him as president. Kasi siya lang yung may standing contempt order. It comes with the family history, right? The baggage of the family history, stemming from human rights class suit, where a Hawaii judge issued a contempt order over a 1995. Well, he issued it originally in 1995, and it stands effective until 2031. So the President Marcos and his mother, Imelda Marcos, have evaded this since 1995. So technically, nung hindi pa head of state si Marcos, what would have happened would be that if he would step into the U.S., U.S. human rights lawyers involved in the case could alert the court that issued the contempt order, and then they could request for a subpoena. And if the Marcoses would ignore the subpoena, then they could move for a warrant of arrest. So that's what would have happened. But because head of state na si Marcos, may customary diplomatic immunity siya, which means that he could safely travel to the US because as a head of state, he's acting on not in his personal capacity, but in the best interests of the country. So we spoke to diplomats no May after the election, and they explained it like this: like, as long as the head of state is acting in an official function or position, and the actions are taken for the benefit of the state, that means the Philippines, and not for their individual interests, cases against the person, in this case Marcos, would fall under their personal capacity. And this was confirmed by both the U.S. Embassy when we asked them in May, and also when U.S. Deputy State Secretary Sherman, so siya yung number 2 sa State Department, said the same thing when she visited the Philippines. So that's why President Marcos could visit the U.S. But on that note din, no, unique, or not so much unique, but it was, in terms of timing, good timing din na unga yung first trip niya sa US, because it also allows the US to facilitate the arrival of all the heads of state, no. So of course President Marcos will not be the only controversial figure there. Other heads of state with spotty human rights records would be in attendance as well, or have had to attend in the past. So there is precedent for this kind of thing.